Thank you very much for taking the time to complete this information request form. Before we do anything, let me show you how to change your password. You click on the logo and go to System and change your password. Once you want to come back, you go Vendor Form and click Preprint. Once you're done with that, you will notice that there are three tabs: Publication, Contact Information, and Circulation. All the information that they're asking right now is regarding preprints. So you go to Publication, and to complete this form, you first start by saying the name of your newspaper organization. So for example, if you work for a corporation that has multiple newspapers, just start keying in the first few letters of your organization and then the options will appear. In this particular example, we added a newspaper. It's independently owned. It's just an example, and you can access that information by clicking the space bar. So it gives me the information. Again, this is just an example. It's not a representation of this newspaper at all, but wanted to show you how once I selected the newspaper, it pre-fills the information that NDX has available of this particular newspaper. If you want to modify anything, feel free by modifying anything here by clicking on top of it, and then when you click save, it's going to save it. So if it's audited by AAM instead of CAC or what have you, you can change here the frequency you want us to contact you regarding your circulation, if it's annually, if it's quarterly, how often do you update your circulation. Then what days do you publish? So if you publish on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, etc. As you can see, there are options here that appear depending on your answers. So let's assume that you run every day of the week, but you only accept preprints on Sundays and on Thursdays. Okay? So if you click on accept inserts on Thursday, then just complete the information that's provided here. What it means is if it's owned by how do you buy it, how do advertisers buy your publication, and meaning do you need to buy home delivery only, single copy, a combination of both, if there are a minimum quantity to buy, is there a minimum charge. Let's say the minimum charge is 3,000. Again, I'm making this up as we go. This is just an example. Let's say on Sundays it's full run only, and then leave it like that. This means the size of the insert that you would accept. You don't want the newspaper, an insert that's bigger than the newspaper if it's not folded. So it's important that you give us this information. Once you click next, it takes you to the primary information. Basically, you would input your information here, or whoever is going to be the main contact for our organization and yours. Secondary contact is important to have as backup. Where you want to receive checks, the preprint shipping information, and one thing maybe just to highlight from this section is if your dock hours require an appointment, just click yes and we'll know to call you when there are inserts. If not, just tell us your dock hours by completing this information here. Then you click next, and we go to the juicy part of the information. We need to know where your newspaper distributes. So we have two options. One, you can actually just choose a file and upload it, or you can enter the information manually, which I only encourage this for really small publications because it could become a lot of work. The easiest way to do it is you download a template, which I actually pre-downloaded the template here. Let me show you which one. So when you download the template, it's this. You basically need to copy paste from your circulation files all the information. I've added here a couple of examples. So this is a sample of one newspaper that doesn't have zones. It's only the zip codes, the days that they run, and basically that's the information. That's all we need. We need this information for home, and we need this information for single copy. if it's mailed, if it's carrier delivered, it ends up home. So we consider everything home that goes to a home. If it's single copy, meaning if it's on retail or a rack, if it's paid or free, doesn't matter if single copy. So please fill one information for and upload the file for home and one for single copy. Our system will merge the two together once we receive it. So to do that, you just basically choose your file, go to your desktop and say, okay, this is the samples that we're going to upload. I'm going to upload it here. You see the sample zip code, and then import. When you click here, you're going to be done and it's ready. If you'd rather do it manually, you basically key in the information by adding the name of the zone, the zip code. I preloaded some information here for the interest of time, but when you click submit, we'll have it in your system. I'm going to delete this information so that it doesn't conflict with the information that we're going to upload from here. So we import circulation file and you're done. Then you click submit and we're ready. If you have another publication, go back to publication and then start keying in the name of the other publication until it appears, other pub, and then if that other publication exists in our system, it's going to pre-populate that information. In this particular case, it doesn't, so please let us know, send us an email, and we'll be sure to add it. Thank you very much for your help.